Hello and welcome once again. Yes, it is the season finale. Every good thing comes to an end. We are here at Brazil, the true finale home. And yes, we will not see a title decider tonight as Tails, our champ, has already taken home the crown in the previous race. But we will still have some good racing out there for our finale here at Brazil. And looks like Routine is out on a hot lap right now, I believe. Hunter will be joining us very shortly.
Yep, no, I just got back. And yeah, no, I mean, it's not possible, but it's also not impossible. Well, it is possible. In order for David to wrap up, the only chance, this could be interesting.
26 points.
Right, so
Wait a
the
second.
only chance of him winning the championship.
27.
So he finished in 10th place actually last race.
My fault. My
no.
My apologies.
And this was news to me, but yeah, he finished in 10th last race, so he did get a point. But 26-point differential when you've got a guy like Tails, that's going to be tough. I mean, you would literally need Tails to not score a single point. And not only that, David would need to get the fastest lap. So I mean,
so can he Senna Prost and then continue somehow?
He would have to. He would have to finesse it well enough. Well, I mean, he would have to crash out Tails without getting damaged. that's item number one.
Or some unfortunate event, which obviously we don't wish nothing on there. We do obviously want to see all these guys finish, but...
Correct. Yeah, Bonhomie looks like he invalidated his lap, so he's back in the pits. So far, URLKK with a 107.158 is on pole position right now. Tito sitting right behind him. Tails decided to go out on the medium, so he did a 108.1 on those mediums. He's sitting in 4th place right now. David still chilling in the pits. But obviously, we'll see him come out at some point soon.
Yeah, we've seen him do that a lot here this season. He likes to hang back, let the track evolve a little bit, it seems like.
Which is, I think it's the smart way to go. If you're confident with your pace, why waste the tires in the beginning? I mean, it's kind of... I mean, at least when I'm league racing, I kind of take it a step further. I'm like, yeah, I'll let these peasants go ahead and warm the track up for me while I await in my palace, aka the pit lane. I mean,
I was one of the feeder series that was getting the track warmed up.
But no, I mean, it's the smart way to go for sure. Bio coming around the last bend now. He set a purple sector 2. So we'll see what type of lap he's on for.
Yeah, hangs it real tight there. It is a good one.
Not too shabby. A couple tenths behind, 3 tenths behind Ural KK. We've seen KK have really good qualifyings, but he hasn't been able to put it together in the race so far, seeming to have struggles with his starts. But we'll see
if
he's able to keep that.
Again.
Yeah, Bonhomie's out there on his out lap. Let's see, is anybody... I think Nat might be on a lap.
Yeah.
Right.
And he might have a little bit of toe. No, he's a little bit too far away from the Red Bull there. Comes around at the first sector. See his time here.
Oh, that's interesting.
KK does a good job staying out the way there. Nat
running he's losing it!
The moment here, he's sliding.
That
Luckily,
is so
no one
easy
else
to
is
do.
on the track right there.
That is so easy to do. The Red Bull coming behind him. The Red Bull was in front of him, and now he got past him, but no, that's so easy to do. He just lost a little bit of the rear end, and I don't think he didn't notice it quick enough.
Yeah.
And if you don't notice that quick enough, I mean, you're a passenger. It's too fast of a corner to save anything.
No, the ass end comes light on you going that speed, turning in like that. You're just a passenger and stuff like you mentioned. If you're not on it right as soon as you feel it, but...
Exactly, no. So yeah, definitely an easy mistake to make. I think he's gonna stick on those mediums. Try to go again.
Go for it.
It is kind of tough. Spun tires, man. You can definitely notice a difference after a bad spin like that, where all 4 tires are just maybe not even full lock, but they're all 4 definitely sliding on the tarmac. It's never fun. I mean, if you spin, just have a little slow spin on the rear end, your rear end tires might be a little bit hot, but this spin like there's a car in the middle of the track. Yeah. What is that? And he's DNF'd from the session.
Yeah, that definitely cost Nat his lap there.
Yeah, and he's still there. Nander decides to go on the inside.
And here comes another. He might finally be gone. I see another Alfa
Romeo. No, he's still there.
Oh, Tails missed. Okay, he finally just disappeared. So Tails' lap as well is going to be have to be abandoned.
No, you're right. That definitely just ruined. I think Tails, Nander, and Nander went on the inside. So I'm not sure. Maybe he chose...
I didn't get on board with him quick enough.
Right, I was... Oh, and Nander's actually spinning right now. Obviously, having some struggles. He got on the grass on the final corner and just couldn't stop the car. I mean, it's a big change from last year. That's one of the biggest changes, at least I noticed. I remember first coming on the game, Bonhomie doing a little bit of mowing the grass. But no, that was one of the first things. The last actual left-hander on this track. Last year it had this weird kind of, I want to say it was almost like a fence pushed down onto grass. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? If you're on board with Tito right now, Tito is going like on that right side. You used to be able to basically have be on the grass essentially. And this year you cannot touch that part of the track whatsoever. So it's definitely a huge change because I've definitely multiple times I've gone so deep into those corners trying to extend your track limits, and then you just clip that grass and you're gone. You've overshot the corner if you even so much as touch a blade of grass at that corner. And obviously it's so important with that long straight as well.
I've done something similar to that, how Nat came sliding across there at Portimao and stuff. Thankfully no one else was on the track there during the race.
Well, I mean, this track could honestly have a compilation of a million ways to crash. Because you can logically crash at like just about any corner and nobody will be like, huh, that's weird. Like everybody will be like, yeah, I've done that. You know, so and as Tails actually takes pole, he does a 107.010 on those soft tires. So we do have a new pole sitter as KK obviously DNFing early in the session. We're about halfway through now.
Yeah, so David's gonna have to put it right in front of him or right behind him, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll set up a little Japan 89. We'll see.
Now, you never know what can happen. These teammates might turn to foes real quick.
Yeah, they've been very close here. Could it be a Lewis Rosenberg situation? Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it looks like David's actually out on a outlap right now, getting ready. And he's got his teammate right in front of him. So they're gonna swap
I was about to say David looks like he's in the front now. As I was gonna say, I can't imagine Tails necessarily wanting to give him a tow in this situation. But I mean, and it's still just going back to last race. It's still so disappointing. He was sitting pretty, I believe, in third or fourth.
Third place. No, you're correct. Third place.
Yeah.
No, maybe it was fourth.
It was one of the two. Either way, you're sitting very, very pretty.
With
obviously,
3 laps left. That's what it was.
If he would have finished there in third or fourth, I mean, he would have been within about 12 or 14 points instead of 26, which still 12 to 14 points is still a bit much, but that's really just a difference of maybe David getting first and Tails getting fifth. So it was still definitely possible, but with Tails ending up hitting a wall and making a huge mistake last race and finishing 10th instead, it was a huge mistake.
We've seen these wilder things happen, virtual racing like that. We've seen a lot of crazy things can happen and stuff.
No doubt. David sets a purple sector in Sector 2. Now going on to the straight. So that's not so straight.
Little kink in there. Yeah, he's hanging it super tight here. Cuts as much as you can at the track.
Straight lines the car for the exit. Doesn't quite get ahead of Tails. But he is close. Maybe maybe just a slight wing adjustment can be the difference there for David, because he did set that purple sector 2, and we do know that is where the majority of the corners are.
It looks like he's pushing again for back-to-back here.
He very well might be. Might not have been super happy with that lap. Maybe feeling like he can one-up it. I didn't see what he did in Sector 1. Missing the apex a little bit there in Sector 2. Or sorry, in I actually don't know what turn that is, but
turn 5 or 6 or something like that, roughly. Oh, and Bio puts it on pole.
Okay. So we've got a battle literally by 1,000th of a second.
Yeah, super close there.
As close as it can possibly be right there. Other than tying. Yeah, I think, David, you were right. David definitely pushing the second lap here in a row. Unless he chooses to go into the pits here, which he does. That was quite a fast in lap.
And very fast into the pits.
Let's check in here with homie. Looks like he might be on a lap. Let's see what he is up to. Only P8 at the moment. His teammate in P3, hoping maybe he can get up there closer with him.
Coming around in the Red Bull as we see. It looks like he's going to straight line it too. Seen their livery released today in the new car.
Yeah, it looks very much the same, but what did we expect? It's Red Bull. Literally,
exactly.
They have had the same livery for like 5 years. So no, no surprises.
What's our sponsor name?
And Bonhomie actually did improve by about, I think, 4 or 5 tenths, so that did put him into P6. Just a couple positions behind his teammate, behind Tito, behind David, behind KK, and behind Tails and Bio.
Looks like J-Mix on a lap as well there. 2 cars get out the way for him.
Yeah, all these startups, all these engine startups, and the launch dates obviously being all official for all 10 teams now, where we've seen 2. It went this way last year. McLaren was one of the first to drop their livery, and I can't remember who was actually first for some reason. But I remember whoever was first as well. I think it might have been McLaren that was actually first.
I feel like AlphaTauri was real early too last year, but I could be wrong.
I might just have to hit it with a quick Google, like 2021 drop dates or whatever. But I just remember McLaren was one of the first. And they kept it the same. So I just kind of assumed.
Hear their engine start up, and it did sound pretty. It sounded pretty good, yeah.
The Ferrari one wasn't enough quality. It didn't give me enough.
I honestly did not see that one.
So it's like 18 seconds. There's no video. It's weird. It's kind of weird. Like the boys love it.
Ferrari.
They love it. Like I know Vapor loved the sound. I know a couple of the other boys in the chat earlier were talking about the Ferrari being the best. But my personal opinion, McLaren was. Whew.
I might like the sound, but Ferrari definitely has interesting tactics when it comes to like marketing and different stuff like that. They have some we'll say interesting ways of doing
didn't they
business.
Change like the lettering of their like the model, the car, like I forget. They went from SF to something, or maybe this one's called SF.
It used to be like SF70 or something weird like that.
Yeah, I was just like, what are we doing? What are you guys doing?
78 or something, but yeah, I think Gelfie is on a lap as well here. Looks like he's pushing pretty hard.
Oh yeah, they called it the F175.
F175, yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, why? Why?
Like, I could understand if it was the 75th anniversary or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of
or
weird.
Their 75th car, but still, I would maybe name it something a little bit different.
You haven't mentioned, TC and Gelfie are down in 10th and 11th.
Yeah, and Gelfie just finished a lap,
he did improve.
Back-to-back.
But yeah, not much, not enough at the moment. TC's on an outlap, so he will be one of the final cars. Well, actually, no, he's not. There's quite a few cars behind him. So we'll see how these last rounds of laps go. Bio and Tails are also on track.
TC has a little bit of a lockup too going into turn 1. Still carries a decent amount of speed though.
You stay on board with TC. I'm gonna keep on with I believe this is Bio. Yes, Bio. That's behind him. Bio, who's currently on pole, fighting for pole with Tails. Sets a purple second sector. Or sorry, that's the first sector.
Oh, and TC's gonna run into trap. Oh, good job by Gelfie to stay out the way. His teammate just goes straight off track. Says, I will not hurt you here.
As Total Carney sets a purple second sector. Let me see, Bio's coming across the sector line now. Where will this get
Maybe
TC,
he was hoping
though?
a little bit of toe there. He was probably hoping for Nanner to get up there. Oh, and improves a little bit.
For 6th.
Oh, 107.3.
What TC was hoping for. Can Tails improve, and can Bio improve?
It's all super tight here. All the way down to...
Lost a lot of time. He's going into the pits.
All the way down to P11 within half a second, roughly.
Right, yeah, it's very, very close throughout most of the pack, really.
Tails is about to come around, I believe, one more time. He finishes his lap. Where is he going to put her?
He does put it on pole. He improves only by about half a tenth, but it's enough because Bio did not... He really just kind of shat it out in Sector 2, so he was kind of out of the race then and there as the McLaren's coming out of the pit lane. Interesting tactics.
Said, I got enough time. Watch this out lap. Yeah, no, that's pretty tight all the way down to P11, though. I mean, Tails the only one going sub 107 seconds. Routine the only one staying on the medium tires.
Try to get an invite to Canadian. Canadian, I think, just woke up from a nap. This guy. Yeah, we were supposed to have 16 tonight, but we were missing Not Sir Vapor and Canadian. So, yeah, the numbers being hurt a little bit by that.
Well, that's why I was kind of joking when I first joined in the lobby.
When you joined in, get in the Mercedes. I was laughing. I saw that. I was like, boy, if you don't get out that moment. I was about to feel like an old mom.
Oh, and I can't... Now, are they still... They cannot be still driving here. Because they almost collided there. That was all... Should have been potential penalty. Now I see how people get them AI penalties right there, because so close between Tails and Thunder there, just their AI is almost ramming into each other. But Tails on pole, Bio P2, David Chahood P3, URL KK P4, Tito Sampson P5, TC P6, Bon Homie P7, Black Balla P8, Thunder P9, and J-Mick rounding out our top 10.
Sure, it's a little bit of a mixed grid again. TC a little bit out of place. Delphi as well, kind of farther back. He's going to get the free choice of tires, along with Routine, Nander, and Nat. Here comes Canadian, who will be starting from the back as well.
Now, pretty decent, though. I mean,
Actually,
6/10.
Oh, yeah, I did notice David got in third. My bad. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say 6/10 of a second, pretty much. I mean, a lot of the field pretty close right there so far. So it shouldn't be... I mean, Brazil obviously can have some pretty good racing here, and it almost looks a little cloudy, potentially.
Yeah, it does. It does look a little gray out. You're not wrong. Now, what I did realize is that since we're on PS4, the sky just looks terrible for us all the time. Like PS5, I guess it's so much easier to tell when weather is changing. It's not like overexposed, meaning bright. But yeah, like you can actually see the sky. And for us, it just looks like a gray mess, and we're just trying to spot just little pigments of blue. Like
We're
it's
like,
just
I
terrible.
think I see color.
Well, I know I don't see blue. So process of elimination. It must be cloudy.
Do these clouds hold any water? We shall see.
Oh man, so yeah, 10 seconds until we get this started. Our formation lap, luckily one of the shorter tracks, not too long of a formation lap to wait for.
Yeah, no, I love Brazil. This is just one of them tracks where
Ready. I can not
as it
get
gets
off.
started.
First person cam. Or is this just the way?
Ah, such a beautiful shot right there, coming down the hill. This is just one of them places. It's so hard to tell from out without seeing it in person, like the elevation change and how much it probably really is.
Oh yeah, and even on we've had this talk before too. I mean, even on Spa, it's not really as intense as it actually should be in the game compared to obviously in real life. Yeah, no, I think like especially the turn that they're on right now, this right-hander must be so like insane. Honestly, I think it's. I've seen pictures of this corner, people doing track walks around it this year as well, and like you can tell it's a lot more pronounced of an incline than it looks
The
or
slope
that it
is.
plays in the game.
It's a significant slope on there.
Yeah.
Like the game doesn't do it justice and stuff. But
I've seen it with Austria.
even that shot where they're coming downhill right there, that Bass kind of the second to last left-hander. I mean, yeah, no, this is just. I don't know if you've ever seen those wall maps where they have the elevation too of the tracks and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the 3D ones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. No.
This is why I want a 3D printer.
Right. You can just make them, man.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're getting close to forming up now.
Well, I mean, at that point, you should just sell them. Make the money back for the 3D printer.
Exactly. Exactly.
But here we go. And I also want to mention only 2 people choosing to start on the mediums. That's Routine in 12th, and Nat Hammer will be starting in 14th. So at the start of this race, it'll be all soft tires for the top 11. Everybody looking to be very racy.
So who warmed them up the best on this formation?
And even they start finish straight hasn't kind of, it's even, people like roll backwards, I believe. But here we go. Bio gets a really good start. Tails.
Yeah, the Ferrari does get a pretty decent start all the way down to the inside. So there's Alpine on the back.
David keeps his
And
position.
David's going to dip down to the inside here, but he's not going to be able to get it here.
McLaren getting pushed off track a little bit. They keep both on track. So Tails has lost the position to Bio. Bio currently sitting in first place. Will Tails be able to get that position back?
Oh,
McLaren.
He tries dipping down. I see a yellow flag. There is.
Jimmy's lagging a little bit.
They're still all kind of single file right now.
Yeah, KK keeping it clean, sitting behind David right now. TC just behind KK. J-Mix still right behind TC. The racing is still very close here. The top 2 have gotten a little bit of a lead, but it's just kind of varying between a couple tenths of a second.
Yeah, they are starting to pull away just a tiny little bit, but all still super close, though, pretty much.
They've got about
Tails
a half
looking like
second.
he might. Tails got a super slipstream here. Is he going to dip for it?
He's going to go to the outside. But he's going to have the inside for turn 2. He can't brake later. He goes for the cutback. Not quite. Not quite able to get it there, but David just chilling behind them on the prowl. Tails looks pretty fast in a straight line.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
The fighting has started pretty early here for us.
Definitely seen a history between these two as well, and hopefully keep it on the track. Right, but they're definitely super close.
And yeah, as they go through these sector 2s, I can see David catching actually quite a bit, making up a lot of time on both the leaders. He seems to have more of maybe a higher downforce setup, whereas the two leaders have a lower downforce setup, and that could come into play later on. It can be a little bit more challenging to pass than you think, because when you pass into turn one, I mean, they're gonna get the DRS for turn two. It's not like Mexico where you just get an automatic dose, or Hungary where you get the automatic double dose.
Yeah, no, it
not like
switches
that
back
here. So here, look at this. Look at this. He might go to the outside
super
again.
Tight.
Bio doing well to place the car, and we've seen Bio have some very good defensive skills. He can be very irritating to the person behind him. And Thunder.
Yeah, so if David can stay within this DRS range too, maybe that high downforce can help him out.
I mean, they're all still there. I was thinking KK, he was about 6/10 back at the end of last lap, but he's come back about 2/10 on David. So I mean, I thought he was gonna maybe be the first to start falling back, but it's actually really TC that's the first to really fall back from this group of leaders. But still, even him, he's still in that DRS. He's still under a half second behind KK. So I mean, the racing's still very close, all the way down to P8. Thunder is falling back about a second and a half.
Yeah. Oh, and Bio falls off.
Oh yeah,
just goes off the side. I'm not sure. And
there's also been a retirement. That's a virtual safety car.
And a Red Bull is off back there as well. I'm not sure what happened, but Bio just missed the corner or slid. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
And also, okay, so I don't know what's going on here. KK's actually. Bio's lost the position to KK as well. I think that's very unlucky. He might have just... That's terrible. I think he must have obviously made a mistake.
It was, the fast left-hander going uphill. What would it be? Right at the beginning of Sector 2. It was right there. I believe that he almost did the same thing that Nat did. Just carried a little bit too much speed. Saved the car, but just ran wide. He kept running wide.
Bio almost running into the back.
Yeah, he's getting very friendly with the rear of the Red Bull. Taking the Lewis Hamilton approach here at Brazil, getting real friendly with the Red Bull rear.
So now somehow, some way, the Alfa Romeo drivers have ended up 1 and 2. Our championship leader, Tails, is currently sitting in first place right now. And if things were to end like this, he has a guaranteed ROR Drivers Championship.
Yeah, obviously David. Oh, and it's going green right here.
And DRS is going to be enabled right away.
So David's going to have it right here coming up.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to have it. Yeah, no, he's got it coming up.
Yes, he does. He does. And he's going to have, if he doesn't pass him here, he's going to have it again. But he might go for it right now. He's on the inside. David is going to take P1. Can Tails put up any defense? There's contact.
A little bit of contact going through. Tails tries to fall back in line here because he's in danger from KK behind now as well. KK is going to dip down to the inside.
Right on the
Switches
back.
Back over to the outside now.
And look at this view. Bio just has the best view in the house just watching this go down. No positions traded on that corner. They all stay in position. David still has P1, Tails in P2, and KK in P3. Bio's going to be wanting to hunt down some of these positions back after what happened after his mistake, and also I think somewhat of maybe a little bit of a glitch during the VSC that allowed KK to get past him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely believe he lost one position. Unfortunate for sure there. But yeah, they're so close though.
KK's made a mistake through that corner. He's falling back now from the leaders. But look at this, Tails and David still right on each other. Tails takes a little bit of curb, gets a little bit squirrely out of there. But he's going to have the DRS, and he's very close right now. I think we're going to see it switch hands. Where's
David's going to
choose the
defense
inside.
To the outside. Tails is going to make the move prior to it. And TC is thinking about going around the outside of Bio. Not going to do it. Comes back to the inside. Super close racing all the way around.
Right on the back of TC.
Is David going to return the favor here? No, not close enough, so he's going to fall back in line. Oh, J-Mick getting a little squirrely back there.
Yeah, I saw that as well. J-Mick's made up 4 positions. He's started in P10. He's made it up to P6. I mean, starting in P10, we know that can be the death position sometimes. If you don't make up positions at the start, you are guaranteed to lose a lot of positions to the people starting on the mediums behind him. But luckily as well, only 2 people choosing to start on those mediums. Let's actually check where are they at. Where the medium start is. Well, routine is out of the race, so that's one of our medium runners gone. It is just Nat sitting in P9 on those mediums. So we could see a massive undercut from him at the end if he's able to put the softs on at a good time. But we will see. And here comes David now. The position, the first place is going to be traded hands once again.
Goes back, runs him a little wide there. Tails falls back in. But
I think David might have cut that corner just a little bit. Gelfie sets the fastest lap here on
Tails
lap
has
7.
such a big run.
It's not going to matter.
Exit there.
Tails is just going to take it right back.
He had such a beautiful exit there. Bio trying to get around the Red Bull too, but KKK just parking it right in the
yellow
middle.
Flag. That's one of the Haas's. That is Nander. Yeah, Nander is off again.
Yeah, it looks like he's missing some of his wing.
Yeah, I think he did have a little bit of a crunch with the wall. Tails goes a little bit deep there. But David is about a half second back. He's not as close as he would probably like to be. When you're not as close as you would like to be, this sets up for just a repeat of what we saw last lap. And he actually gets a very terrible exit out of the last corner. So he's going to fall back even more now. The DRS luckily will come and help him out a lot, but he must be using some ERS. He's not even going to be close enough this time.
No, he's too far back.
And we have a full safety car. And there's some guys. Oh no, okay.
Tito is the first one, and Tito was able to get right into the
KK
pit.
and David make contact. David does not pick up a penalty, luckily. What KK does, he picks up a 5-second.
I don't know if I see any damage. I didn't see it either. Oh, so a couple guys able to get into the pit. I think actually Tito might have been the only one who got into the pits in time. Yeah,
Dude,
Tito.
You know what I just realized? Did you know this? Oh my god. If you could press R1, if you press R1, like if you're on board and you use your analog stick.
Oh yeah, you can look back?
Yeah, you can look to the side as well.
Ooh.
I had no idea. So when they're side by side, that's the perfect angle. Oh my lord, they're so close. They're so close. Please someone pit and end this madness. So yeah, if they do go in pit, I believe KK's going to get sent down the line. He's going to have to serve this. And yeah, he's going to go in. No, whoa!
Tails, David, KK.
Whoa, they're all over the place going into the pits.
Ooh, and I think David, they all got to slow down in time. Yeah. But wow, David did not want to lose any time at all.
I didn't notice, but Thunder picked up a drive-through.
Oh, that is so unfortunate here.
I didn't notice that. So he's going to end up changing to the medium tires. Hopefully he knows he can't serve that drive. He's going to have to wait to serve that drive-through. Hopefully we don't see him come into the pits again next lap and kind of ruin his race. He's going to have to do the drive-through.
You have to serve it under green.
Right,
okay.
Correct. You cannot serve. It'll just make you pit again. It'll change your tires. If you try to serve a drive-through under yellow flag or safety car conditions. So, yeah, you have to wait for green flag. So, hopefully Thunder is aware of that. I almost want to tell him, do not pit again.
And it looks like Nat is taking provisional lead with the medium tires. He's going to stay out and take the lead for the moment. Tails stays in front. Bio goes ahead and jumps back into P3. And J-Mick jumps David. David felt because they had the double stack, so David is going to. He lost.
Yeah, he lost some time.
A ton of time there.
Yeah, quite a bit. And also Nat. I mean, Nat. This is going to help out Nat quite a bit. While he might lose this positioning pretty quickly, he could definitely make an impact on this entire race by being in first right now. Oh, safety car's in this lap.
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa. And David almost hits the back of Black Ball, and he does get it.
Now, penalties are rolling in 5 seconds to both David. Well, actually, 5 seconds to J-Mick, Black Baller, and David Chahoud.
Oh, and I'm kind of blame whoever almost. I almost feel like they just broke all. Everybody
Ooh,
just
he's
a
gonna go
domino
and serve
effect.
that. I think right now Black Ball is, and here we are. We're starting now. Tails not having enough real estate to get the jump on Nat, so Nat's gonna have the lead for
Oh,
this.
and Bio and J-Mick go to side by side, and Bio's into the wall.
Yeah, Bio just getting pushed a little bit off track. Him and J-Mick having some contact there, but J-Mick bullying his way into P3, and now TC has been brought back into the fold completely. I mean, he's on brand new mediums, and he's in P4, and J-Mick obviously has a 5-second penalty that he's gonna have to serve eventually. So TC might be sitting pretty if he can dispatch J-Mick relatively quickly. And it might be able to happen just because Nat is holding up Tails.